Hey, what's going on, guys? What's going on, guys? This is your man, Real Deal, Steven Steele, coming to you live this Monday night. How's everyone doing? Good to see you guys. Got a fantastic show lined up for you tonight. You know what? The markets aren't the most exciting landscape today by any stretch of the imagination, but nevertheless, the show goes on, the Doge momentum goes on, and we don't let this sideways trading bother us in the least. We just keep moving. We keep grooving. We are here. Rain or shine, sleet or snow, we keep doing it to it. We keep coming to the mat night after night after night after night to keep bringing it in the best way that I know how. What is going on, guys? Who do we got in the chat tonight? We've got Zombie Doge Army. We've got Pat Lee. We've got Larry Ramirez, Scott Herforth, Tuco71, Swift Pilot, Slay Blaze, Nurse Terry Reed, Particle, and who am I missing? Ooh, Erectile Reptile. I haven't seen that name in a few episodes. Hector the Dude, of course, Pat Lee, Alan Schneider, Jason Huffman. Great to see you guys. Great to see you guys. Cascadia Futurist. Yes, yes, yes. Guys, if you haven't smashed that like button, take a moment to do that. It really does help out. And if you're new here, I'd like to personally welcome you and invite you to hit that subscribe button. If you feel compelled to super chat anytime throughout this broadcast, that's obviously hugely appreciated for my time and efforts. Feel free to ask whatever questions or comments that you'd like, and myself and my co-host will field those to the best of our ability. Got some really interesting stuff to get into tonight, some kind of funny stories to get into as well. If you have Twitter, if I could ask you to retweet this stream, that is immensely helpful. I'm going to put that tweet, link to that tweet in the chat room right now. So if you're on Twitter, if I could ask you to retweet this stream, that is always very helpful, just to give more folks a heads up that we are now live. Crypto Tank Girl's in the house too. Awesome, awesome. I'm sure more people will continue to filter in as the show proceeds. Without any further ado, I'm going to bring on Dogecoin millionaire Nick Balls. Nick, how you feeling this Monday?
Oh, I'm feeling pretty good, Steven. How about yourself?
You know, decent. Mondays always kind of sometimes you just get a case of the Mondays. You know,
I was up so early this morning.
And define early, my friend.
Like a little bit before 5 a.m.
Yeah, that rising before 5 a.m. definitely qualifies as early, to say the least. Yeah, what had you up and going at the crack of dawn?
I decided last night that it, again, was cool enough out to keep my window open and not run the air conditioning. Huge mistake. Below, I live on in a multi-story condo, and below me is the garbage area.
Yeah.
And right around 5 o'clock, the garbage man decided to show up. Oh man.
You're kidding.
Yeah, and then I couldn't go back to sleep after that, and I didn't really get a nap today, and I'm quite tired. I'm very tired. I'm not gonna lie.
All right. Well, I got the little extra pep in my step to be able to keep you aware and in the game, my friend. Don't worry. I got my green tea in me, and I am good to go. Good to go. Without any further ado, I actually got a fair list of stories I wanted to get into tonight. But why don't we just start with a fun one right at the top? It's the one that you actually called to my attention just a short bit before we went on air tonight. And that is the guy that played Stanley from The Office has kind of been embroiled in some interesting new business ventures lately, and I'm not really quite sure what to make of it. So for those of you who don't know, the character's name, for those of you who've seen The Office, is the guy that played Stanley Hudson, who's a fictional character from the mockumentary The Office, played by a guy named Leslie David Baker. And in that show, he was a sales rep at the fictional paper distribution company Dunder Mifflin. So why are we talking about Stanley Hudson, a.k.a. Leslie David Baker, on the show? Well, a couple of reasons. Someone on his defense, someone had started a GoFundMe for pursuing a venture wherein he would be the star of a new TV show. And as you know, GoFundMe campaigns, or maybe it was Indiegogo campaigns go, there's like different perks and different tiers for if you donate to a project, you get this. If you donate a higher tier, you get this, and so forth. And so this thing has been up for about a year and a half, to my understanding. And I think most people understood that there was going to be a delay due to the pandemic and whatnot, but they had no idea that over a year later, hardly anybody was getting their merchandise, and it started to raise some eyebrows behind the guy running the whole thing. And then it turns out the guy that set up the Indiegogo campaign is also a part of a cryptocurrency that Stanley has involved himself in, and the cryptocurrency, the token, it's for everything that I checked into, it's already seemed to like kind of came and went. The social media for representing this token, I think they just call it the Stanley token, if I'm not mistaken. Do you know the exact name of
It's called the nickel.
Nickel token. That's it.
And
nickel token.
You could write an Office episode off of this whole thing. So, first off, Michael, I'm sure, would make a joke that Stanley is, of course, involved in some sort of scam. Of course. And then the guy who he has gotten himself involved with, who is apparently the one who's, got his hand wrapped around Stanley, is a guy by the name of Sardar Khan. His last name is literally Khan. I know. I mean, the jokes write themselves here, people.
Yeah. Yes. Thank you for remembering his name, Sardar Khan, who initially set up that Indiegogo fundraising page. Kickstarter. Sorry. They do the same thing. They're different sites. Yeah. Kickstarter. Sorry. It's a Kickstarter page. And the guy's name is Sardar Khan. And then so Sardar is also very involved in the nickel coin with spearheading Stanley as kind of like the PR around the thing. And even in the graphic, it has like a coin with Stanley's face from a side profile on it. And for all intents and purposes, the thing spiked up really high, and then it just kind of wiped out as many times BSCs do. And now it doesn't even really seem like the account's active at all. Or
it was actually an ERC20.
Oh, it was an ERC20. Okay, I didn't. Okay,
it was an ERC20, which doesn't change much, but you would expect there to be a little bit more officialness going on. But of course, it was started at the beginning of June.
Yeah.
Opened at. It's funny because it's called the nickel. I don't know why. Opening price was like a quarter, and it has since fallen to a fraction of a penny. Yes. With daily trading volume in the hundreds of dollars.
Yeah, I mean, if you're stuck with any significant amounts of those bags, you're kind of screwed. I mean, good luck finding.
You literally can't get your money out.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, yeah, you're stuck. You're stuck unless there's a resurgence of the nickel coin. So it all looks pretty bad. And the Sardar Khan guy that seems to be spearheading the Stanley projects, he also fun fact about this guy, he claims to have been good friends with Tupac, and then
he is not.
and then he has a son that he named. He has a son he named Tupac.
Yeah, and there's a bunch of pictures with Stanley and little Tupac. And by the way, everyone in Tupac's life like his actual friends and people that know him, they're like, we've never heard of this guy. We've like, no one knows who this gentleman is. I don't know why the actor who plays Stanley, like, what kind of coke-fueled night got him involved with this gentleman, but they have put together a full-on scheme operation here, it seems like. And there's people, the craziest part is on their Kickstarter, there's like a $10,000 level that, you know, basically gets you a walk-on role on this, you know, pilot episode that's never going to be filmed. And 14 people paid $10,000 to do this.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. See, you know, to give Leslie David Baker the benefit of the doubt here, Nick, it's quite probable that Leslie could be a victim of this, more of a victim of this Sadar Khan guy, right? Where
100%. I mean, this
to me,
happens in Hollywood all the time.
To me, that seems to be the most likely scenario, where the Sadar Khan guy made big promises, big money, and big resurgence, and said, "I'm going to quarterback this whole thing." I mean, I think there's a bigger probability than not that Leslie David Baker really doesn't know a whole lot about cryptocurrency, and probably just left it up to Sadar, Mr. Khan, as it were, to quarterback and architect this whole thing. And now he's probably just putting together the pieces, maybe even now, at how sketchy the guy is. What would you say the probability of that scenario is?
Well, I mean, if you look back, like, for example, Stan Lee was very famously being controlled by his live-in nurse for years, who was like, who basically took control of his life, you know.
Yes.
He was in kind of a different position. He was extremely elderly, and, you know, some say he really didn't have any idea of what was going on. I would imagine that the guy who plays Stanley, I'm sure he has no idea what cryptocurrency is. I'm sure he has no clue. But more so, I think that he's let this guy into his life, and somehow, some way, I can just see it now. Like, they met at some, like, Sandals resort, and they were both drunk or something, and this guy talked a huge game, and and
right.
This is what we get. We get the nickel, the Stanley nickel, and a Kickstarter with like a bazillion levels, and a picture of Stanley with little Tupac. Seems absolutely ridiculous. Seems unreal.
And the thing is, if you were to look up a picture of the Sadar Khan guy, I mean, not to judge by appearances, but he looks exactly like a Khan. He looks exactly like the sleaziest guy in the nightclub, right? The guy that's like holding a lot of Colombian cut stuff and just hanging out in the corner, waiting to take ladies to the after party with promises of an 8-ball and who knows what else. He's that guy, man. I mean, it's pretty clear to me just one look at it. So I think it's a pretty decent probability that Leslie David Baker kind of just got swindled into this whole thing, and before he knew it, just got himself in a situation in over his head. But
he literally got conned.
He got conned. He got conned, guys. This is the lost Office episode.
Whoa, Steven, so crazy. Just now, I'm looking at his Instagram.
Yeah.
He has a picture of Stan Lee up there. That's so, like, meta.
Like, wait, which Stanley? Stanley Hudson?
Stanley? No. Stan Lee, like the guy.
Oh, Stan Lee,
guy.
the comic legend.
Talking about.
Oh,
yeah,
Stan Lee, the comic legend.
That's who I was describing earlier. Yeah, who got taken control of by his maid.
Well, this is getting more confusing by the second to me. So here he befriended the character Stanley from The Office, and he's posting pictures of Stan Lee with Lil Tupac.
Yeah.
With Lil Tupac.
With Lil Tupac.
So he had.
His Instagram is hilarious. If you guys go check, his Instagram is worth checking out. It is absolutely hilarious. It's official Sadar Khan. Really good stuff. He's got pictures.
Official. That's good. That's a really important caveat, because I'm sure there's so many other fake Sadar Khans trying to impersonate this very, very important person.
I bet he wishes there were right now. Apparently, he's selling some sort of CBD product.
Yeah.
Now, so you know he's legit.
Yeah, just like Dan Bilzerian.
Yes. Yeah.
You know what?
Why is it?
Why? I know that's like the go-to, and also why is it the people that usually anyway, the people that feel the need to put official in their social medias have the least cause or reason to to confirm their profiles as official.
I'm the last person to talk. Mine is the real, but I like the guys who put like CEO. Or like,
oh yeah, CEO. That's another going. Yeah. It's kind of like guys that go around calling themselves CEO, or literally putting CEO in their name, are like the last people you want to be CEOs. That's just kind of like a good rule
usually
of thumb,
right
guys.
Out of jail.
Yeah, usually good rule of thumb. Any guy that's literally putting CEO in his name is the last guy that you want to be the CEO of anything. You don't want this guy to be the CEO of your library card, let alone your finances. So what a wild, funny story. So we're going to keep on top of this one, because the results of it and the evolution of it could be endless entertainment. I personally think, just by grazing this thing over a bit before the show, that
oh my God,
what
Mr.
What?
Mr. Sadar Khan has a massive thug life tattoo, just like Tupac, over his stomach.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Just like Tupac.
No.
I think he has all of Tupac's tattoos, like, matching.
I
think that's what he's going for here.
Oh,
he definitely has a
gosh.
portrait of Tupac, but he 100% has the exact same thug life tattoo over his stomach like Tupac.
You know what the tattoo should say? Rug life.
Rug life.
Yeah, that's it, man. That's it. I wonder if Lil Tupac's gonna have a thug life tattoo on his stomach.
Guarantee it.
The dad's gonna sign the waiver. In fact, the guy's probably so stupid. He's gonna sign a waiver to have his 8-year-old son get a thug life tattoo on his body, not even realizing that. As his body grows and gets bigger, that tattoo will also. I don't even know what else to add to this one, Nick. But we are gonna keep an eye on what's his name again? I already forgot. I know his last name's
Sadar Khan.
Sadar Khan, yes. We're gonna keep an eye on Sadar Khan. Stanley Hudson, aka Leslie David Baker, should be less concerned about starting a new sitcom starring himself, and more concerned about perhaps making a documentary out of his exploits with Sadar Khan. I'm picturing that Sadar maybe took him. I think these guys I wouldn't be surprised if they just went on a Vegas bender, a gaudy Vegas bender.
Steven, he appears, and I'm just scrolling through his Instagram. He appears to be friends with a lot of people in Hollywood that he's friends with the guy who played the T-1000 in Terminator. I forgot that guy's name. They seem to be hanging out a lot.
Him and Sadar?
Yeah.
Good grief.
So he's wormed his way into a bunch of famous people's lives somehow. I do not know why. All these famous people are letting this guy hang out with him. He's hanging out with a lot of prominent celebrities. I don't know why.
It's gotta be because of that bottom line, man. It's gotta be because of just funny money and promises of more of it.
I guess so, yeah.
I don't know, man. When I used to spend a lot of time out in Los Angeles, a lot of stereotypes were confirmed, and one of the stereotypes that was confirmed is just how utterly idiotic and vapid people can be out there. And I mean, it's true. Now, don't get me wrong, I did meet a lot of very sweet, very nice people out there too, but that's definitely a very real thing in the culture out there. And whereas our sketchy radars would be going a mile a minute the moment a guy like Sadar Khan started showing up at our after party, we'd be like, who is that guy? We should probably get him out of here. More people don't seem to have that those internal warning systems in Los Angeles.
Seems crazy to me. I don't like. I'm so glad I don't live there anymore. Oh my God.
Yeah. I think the most I miss about Los Angeles isn't really in Los Angeles. It's in Newport Beach. I liked getting away to Newport Beach. So yeah, this is just wild. We're going to keep on top of this one, guys, because I have a feeling that there's even more than already has met the eye with that one. So we'll definitely probably be. I have a feeling this won't be the last time we will be talking about Sadar Khan. Do you, Nick?
I can't wait for Stanley's apology video or whatever's about to come out that's probably being filmed as we speak. It's like...
You know it is.
Yeah, like he's got to be... There's something's gonna crack here. Because the token is already crashed. I mean, that's already done. But there's a bunch of people who were like guaranteed a bunch of like random stuff off of Kickstarter that are like complaining now, like, we haven't gotten our crap in like over a year. Like, yeah, estimated delivery March 2021. None of this stuff has been paid out.
Oh well, man, that's the way it goes. When dude, look, man, he's living the rug life. That's just how it goes, man.
They met their goal. They 1,640. Their goal was $300,000 to create a freaking pilot episode of some television show that's never gonna get picked up, and they made $336,000. I mean, yeah,
$336,000 that probably went to a few nights in a VIP and up a few nostrils.
Yeah, Stanley didn't already have a heart attack. He's definitely going to now.
Stanley, he's such just like a monotone, kind of grumpy but wholesome character on The Office, right? And here he is. Here he is, just basically out partying with quasi Ali G and starting scam tokens, and now we went from Stanley to Scamly. What is going on in the world? What is going on in the world?
Dude, I hope one of the big streamers not big streamers, one of the big like CoffeeZilla or something clips this.
I wouldn't doubt it.
Pulls our Scam Lee moniker.
It wouldn't be the first time they've borrowed from us. So, okay, let's get on to some other stuff. So, right at the top here, I have Dogecoin. This comes courtesy of FX Empire, guys. FX Empire. Dogecoin following in path of Bitcoin for use cases. Dogecoin has come a long way since being founded as a joke. The Doge hovering at USD 20 cents. The Dogecoin community has become increasingly bullish on the potential of the coin. They are increasingly comparing their favorite cryptocurrency to Bitcoin, especially since billionaire Elon Musk showed a preference for Doge, which has fueled the rivalry. Bitcoin's major use cases are as of a store of value for which it competes with precious metals and gold, and as a payment method. Lately, Bitcoin is digital real estate. Has also been trending on social media for features such as scarcity, fungibility, liquidity, and the fact that it is a programmable money. For instance, Bitcoin also shines as a payment method where it can be used in real estate transactions when stars align. Now, this is the meat of the article right here. This is why I pulled it in the first place for this show. This is reported both by Yahoo Finance and StreetFX. Now, Dogecoin's use case as payment method could potentially be on the rise too. One Doge fan and homeowner in the state of Utah has put his home on the market for the price listing of USD 390K. The homeowner, Scott Paul, is at the helm of a company called Wooly, according to reports, is a cryptocurrency investor. The Dogecoin price seems to be stuck around 20 cents lately, while there are rivalries within cryptocurrency, Bitcoin and Doge seem to be competing for similar utility. See, this is really good news, Nick. When we start to see mainstream financial press start finally, they're just starting to talk about and acknowledge Dogecoin's utility, right? This is new. The conversation is changing yet again in our favor. And I told you guys this is going to come in increments. And now they're finally playing catch up. The mainstream media is always like this. Corporate press is always like this. They're usually always behind the curve, particularly when it comes to matters of cryptocurrency. They're always behind the curve, but at least they're catching up now, wherein they're not only acknowledging Dogecoin is not just a meme coin, that it has actual practical utility, but that it's competing with Bitcoin in as far as its respective utilities. I think this is a good sign. What do you say, Nick?
Oh yeah, I think it's great. You know what? I'm actually shocked in the fact that they've covered it this quickly. They are behind, but normally they're a lot more behind than this.
Yeah, I agree. I think this is a fantastic sign. It's super encouraging. I mean, I can't really overstate how encouraging that I think this is. I think this is, frankly, a real breakthrough, the way the corporate press perceives and covers Dogecoin. Fatali Chowli, thank you for your $5 super chat. We finally got a super chat. Thank you for that. Take my Doge funds. Sure, now you're making me feel guilty. I get one super chat. That
now you know where it's going.
But but now I feel bad when someone says something like that, like, "Hey, this money is out of my Doge fund." But no, seriously, thank you, Fatali. So Nick, you think that this kind of coverage is actually even coming sooner than you anticipated? Yeah.
Yeah, I think once we, I expect there, like we all know as a community that the use case of Dogecoin is as a currency, as an actual currency. It's so funny. George from Cryptos R Us was I watch his live streams usually because they're on during the day when I'm like, up and doing cardio or whatever, and today he was like, the Dogecoin people, somebody asked him, do you think Dogecoin will go over 20? He's like, oh yeah. He's like, Dogecoin talks about, the community's always talking about how it's an actual currency. It's, and that's just crazy. We hear about this inside of the crypto sphere. Everybody knows that Dogecoin is a currency. But to hear it out, in the mainstream news and like the financial news, that's something I would expect to see probably starting next year. They'd probably catch on to that in about a year. But to see it so soon, hey, I'm all for it.
Yeah, it's a pleasant surprise to me too. I mean, I knew this kind of coverage was inevitably coming, but it's sooner than anticipated, and this is great. Now, I knew this kind of coverage wasn't that far away, in my opinion. I did expect to see this sort of coverage as soon as the fall, but hey, this is fantastic news, and I hadn't seen anybody cover this story with the importance and emphasis that I think it deserves. Fatali, thank you again for the $2 super chat. Stripper money, don't feel bad. I love it. That's much better. Make it rain on Steven Steele. I appreciate it, guys. That's awesome. So who knows, Nick? Hopefully this is now hopefully we've pierced the veil here. We've turned a corner here, and this is the beginning of a new precedent in the way the mainstream press begins to cover Dogecoin. I mean, they almost have to at this point, though. In light of everything that's transpired, sooner or later, just the most obvious. It's becoming painfully obvious is what I'm trying to say, even to people that don't pay that close attention to this stuff, that the reason why Dogecoin is in the position it is as a permanent top 10 coin is not only because of a strong community and it's humor, it's culture full of humor that surrounds it and meme culture that surrounds it, but it's practicality and utility. Yeah.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah. So I think we can put a cap on that one. Let's get to next story, which kind of dovetails off the last one nicely because they mentioned it in there. And this is kind of a follow-up that Sadaf and I actually covered last night while you were away. There's been a little bit of a follow-up with this story. This comes courtesy, again, of FX Street. Brand executive posts discounted Utah home listing for Dogecoin. The influencer marketer says prospective buyers can get 10% off his listing of a price home if the payment is made in Dogecoin. Crypto as a payment option for real estate continues to gain traction as the adoption for digital currencies for commercial transactions continues to shape. Scott Paul, the founder of Utah-based marketing agency Wooly, put up his Saratoga Springs home for sale with Dogecoin as an acceptable payment method, according to a report released on Sunday. While the price listing is set at $400,000, Paul is reportedly ready to offer a 10% discount if the purchase is made via Dogecoin. Commenting,
buy that right now.
Yes, you could. Yeah, no problem. Commenting on the potential volatility risk associated with this sort of real estate deal conducted via Doge, Paul responded, "Well, I'm a very risky person, and I think chances of me selling it in Dogecoin have gone up by 20, 30, 40% is far more likely." Very smart man. As previously reported in Cointelegraph, Bitcoin payments for real estate are on the rise. In June, 11 hotel and residencies on Miami-based luxury condo developer announced the receipt of its first crypto deposit for property purchase. This is great. And you know how smoothly this transitions from the last story that we covered, Dick, is this. Bitcoin has been only recently been really established in terms of a form of currency that's been used to close real estate deals. And now we're starting to see Dogecoin pop up in the same fashion, right? We're starting to see the mainstreaming of Dogecoin used in proper utility fashions, much in the same ways that Bitcoin is designed for as well. The difference is, with the exception, I could see people using spending Bitcoin on much larger purchases. I would think that'd be much more likely to happen in real estate. But good luck getting people to part with their Bitcoin on moderate purchases, let alone smaller purchasing in retail. I don't think it's going to happen. But this is so awesome because now we have people saying, hey, pay me in Doge. Pay me in Doge for my property. Pay me in Doge for my condo. Pay me in Doge for my home. So again, here we have Dogecoin up in the headlines with Bitcoin as an example of how to pay for real estate. This is excellent news, don't you think?
Yeah, I think this is actually the second house listing of Dogecoin. The first one was on the East Coast, which I don't want to live there, but I could actually afford this one. What is it? Where is it? Arizona?
Utah.
Utah. Okay, well, kind of close. I don't mind Utah. I don't have anything against Mormons.
Yeah, you got to be down with the Mormon life to live in Utah. Actually, there's a lot of great skiing out that way too. A lot of beautiful,
It's a beautiful state.
Oh, it's gorgeous, man, gorgeous. Sliding Edge coming in with $5 super chat. Thank you, Sliding Edge, appreciate it. What are your thoughts on Doge, Ethereum, and Bitcoin value during an inflationary time or debt ceiling debacle? If USD down, would Doge go up? By the way, Doge Party Inc. Thank you, Sliding Edge. What are your thoughts on that, Nick?
I've stated my thoughts about this for a while now. This was actually something that was brought up very early on in the beginning of this bull cycle. I got asked this question a whole bunch of times. And unfortunately, I don't think my answer's what people want to hear, but I think it's just the truth. I don't think cryptos are going to go up in a period of recession. Because they're literally if inflation does take place, I mean, it already is, but to an extent where the U.S. dollar is significantly devalued, prices on everything go up. Spending on things like investments and stuff like that goes down. It's just that's the stock market goes down. I don't think people think that crypto is like this perfect asset class that's like recession proof. It's not. It's just like everything else. It will also go down. If there was a miracle asset class that was absolutely recession proof, like that would be amazing. But that's the whole point of recessions and the whole point of inflation is like it affects everything.
Right.
Yeah. So I don't think crypto is a savior to inflation. I really don't. It would be cool. Like, now don't get me wrong. If it goes up during like a period of crazy inflation and cryptos become like the next big thing that like saves people from, deflating currency, like that's great. Like, I think that's awesome. That would be amazing. I just, looking at it from a logical standpoint, it just doesn't seem to make sense.
Yeah, a big agree there. Sliding Edge coming in with another $5 super chat. Appreciate that, Sliding Edge. Real deal, Steven Steele and Balls. 100 Dogecoin bet. Oh yeah, payment should be withheld until the ETH Doge bridge is established. Be one of the transportations on it. Yes. Yeah. Or one of the first transportation on it. Yeah. So what Sliding Edge is referring to there, Nick and I had a friendly debate the other night about Robinhood wallets. I seem to think that Robinhood wallets will probably transpire and be released within the next 6 to 8 weeks. So I have up to about 2 months for that. For my end to come through. Nick seems to be of the persuasion that Robinhood has no interest or designs with releasing wallets anytime soon, if at all. So we will see how it goes. And we made a friendly bet of 100 Dogecoin on it.
And get this, people. This is going to sound crazy to some people in the Twitter universe. Steven and I had a debate where we disagreed about something, and we just kept it rolling.
Yeah, I know.
I know. It sounds insane. Crazy, right? Oh, my God.
Yeah, I think we defied all Twitter logic there.
Yeah, we did. Don't let them know. It took place on YouTube.
Guys, you're listening to Steven Steele Live. I am Steven Steele. My co-host is Nick Balls, Dogecoin millionaire Nick Balls. If you're brand new here, I'd like to personally welcome you and invite you to subscribe and hit all that notification bell. Also, if you've already subscribed to the channel, like many of you here, make sure you just take a moment, guys, then click hit all on that notification bell so you never have to miss spontaneous streams, breaking news, and sometimes, especially in the realm of cryptocurrency, time can really be of the essence. I mean, time can really be the essence in terms of minute to minute, moment to moment. If something's either crashing or ascending, you want to know, right? It's really good to keep on top of your portfolio and the breaking news that's coming forth. And we're always on top of it over here on Steve and Steele Live. You know we are. I mean, Nick, when you think about the amount of stories that we've broken and we've been first to cover within cryptocurrency live on the air here, it's pretty extraordinary.
Oh my God, we literally get used by the biggest YouTube channels as their primary sources of everybody's like copying off our notes over here.
Yeah, people are. Yeah, that's so funny. Here we are sitting in our small corner of the internet right now with 75 folks in chat and watching right now, and the excerpts from the show get used for anyone from CoffeeZilla to Graham Stefan to Phil DeFranco as well, and a few others as well. So it's interesting. We're doing something right. Upshot coming in. Good to see you back, Upshot, for $4.99 super chat. Upcoin is deflationary. Many tokens are burned with each transaction starting tomorrow. With UIP 1559. Well,
the fully diluted market cap went from like 25 million. Now that's all tokens included, but still, even so, with all tokens still floating out there, it is down to $49,000, and that's not that's with everything. Daily trading volume, it's so low I can't measure it. It's got to be it's got to be down to dollars per day.
Yeah, it really does. I think so. My total investment on Upcoin was $400, and I just checked it on PancakeSwap yesterday. I mean, I got totally caught holding the bag. I think it's $6 now. So
you'd be lucky if you could actually sell that $6.
I tried unsuccessfully.
Yeah.
So no dice. I got completely rugged. I don't know what else to say there. Guys, just so you know, after this show, I am doing an exclusive extended stream, extras stream, bonus stream, as it were, after this stream is done, but it's going to be for members only. So that's going to be a members only stream immediately following this one. So all you members, make sure you have your notifications set on all so you know where to find me. It's going to be within 10 minutes after this stream ends, and a bonus members only stream will be going up. And if you're wondering how to become a member, all you have to do is click on the link pinned at the top of the chat. Josh Randell disavows coming in at a $10 super chat. Thank you, Josh. Appreciate it. May have to rebrand to breaking news after dark. Yeah, I mean, that's kind of how it's been going. It's really funny. Hank Hill. Go ahead.
Those after hours streams, those will be cool because you can actually, I don't think you should, like, YouTube, as long as it's members only, I don't think you can get a little bit more spicy in there.
Yep.
And I won't be able to join you on this one because I have to go tomorrow. I'm going out to see the girl, but I'll pop into one members only every so often. We'll get juicy.
Yeah, right on. Yeah, and that's the members only ones too, or we'll be able to even let loose even more and get even a little bit spicier in there. Hank Hill, honestly, if Upshot came back and quietly made Doge videos again at his own leisure, I would watch them. He gave sound advice, and I'd like to see them again. You're not alone in that sentiment, actually. And to be fair to Upshot, before this whole debacle happened, his video and his advice was very sound, was very sage until what happened. I think
I could tell that he was getting burnt out.
Yeah,
like I could see it. I could see in his like last few videos that he was really, and he took like breaks. Like he went out to San Francisco. He took like a week off for that, which everybody knew about. And then he went to New York for like a long weekend or something.
Yeah.
but he would, I could just tell each video he like was getting. He always had like he put on a great show. Like
he did.
He was very he was always enthusiastic, and he always seemed upbeat. But I could tell that he was just like, yeah, grinding,
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, it was just an unfortunate circumstance, and unfortunately, and we talked about this briefly between you and I, Nick. Is unfortunately at the end of the day, it's going to be impossible to know exactly what happened there. It's given the data that we have, we have an idea, but there's no way of telling how much of it was pre-planned versus how much of it was spontaneous, how much of it was malicious intent versus how much of it was just blowing a gasket and making rash decision making. It's hard to divide up what ratio is what there,
Oh yeah, 100%. I don't think we'll ever, we'll never know the truth. I think, especially because even his devs don't know. Like,
right.
The people on the team were caught off guard. Like it was a total biggest shock. There's a lot of shocks of 2021, but I think in the crypto world, for us, at least for you and I think Upshot will be probably the biggest shock of the year.
Oh, hands down, that's the story of the year in our circles. Yeah, it truly put me in upshock.
Yeah, I'm still in upshock.
I'm not in upshock anymore. I'm more just. But my head is still left a little bit spinning on that whole affair. Sliding Ed, Steven Steele, what was with the drop wallets of Upshot? Sketchy, and how many sold? Could you you know? That is a red flag, man. Yeah.
Yeah, there were airdrop wallets.
Yeah.
And people have tracked down a few, but what was an airdrop wallet, what wasn't, how many were there really,
and how significant were the airdrop transactions?
Yeah, I don't know if anybody knows. I know that you bought some. I don't know if you got some from viewers. I think, and here's the thing, I got some. The only upcoin I got was from a random person. I don't know. Maybe it came from the marketing wallet. Maybe Upshot sent it to me.
Right.
I don't know. One day I just had, somebody asked me on Twitter, do you have any upcoin? I said no, and they said, oh, make a wallet and we'll send you some. And I did, and they did. I don't know if I don't know if it came from them or someone else or whatever. I have no idea. And I know tracking down all of those airdrop wallets is like a job in and of itself. So who knows? Who knows? I don't know if we'll ever know. But at this point, guys, it is literally trading at as close to zero as it can possibly get.
Yeah.
The daily trading volume is in the dollars now.
Yeah.
Like individual dollars.
Yeah.
Does it matter at this point? It's done. It's done.
Oh, yeah. Yep, it's done. Toast. Next story here, Nick. I got cryptocurrency crackdown would raise tens of billions for infrastructure plan, analysts find. This comes courtesy of Fox News. A proposal to crack down on cryptocurrency transactions could raise tens of billions of dollars for new infrastructure spending as lawmakers advance a bipartisan bill. Increasing reporting requirements on cryptocurrency transactions is expected to raise nearly $28 billion over the course of 10 years, according to an estimate released by the Joint Committee of Taxation on Monday. The group projected that collectively, the provisions in the bill would boost revenue by $51 billion over the same time period. About $8.2 billion in revenue would be raised by the ending of employer retention tax credit. The proposed infrastructure investments include $40 billion in bridges, $5.2 billion for roads, $66 billion for passenger and freight, $73 billion for electric grid modernization. In addition, to enhance enforcement on regulating cryptocurrencies and eliminating the employee retention tax credit. The deal will be financed by redirecting unspent emergency relief funds and modification of tax treatment of contributions to the capital of corporation. My first thoughts here, Nick, are how much money do they think we're frickin' making? I mean,
they want their own Doge. It's like the
oh
same
my
market
gosh!
cap.
I mean, as Captain Kirk would say, "Are you out of your Vulcan minds?" I mean, this is ridiculous. I don't know. I mean, people are making serious. Some people are making some serious money in crypto, but not to the point where we're up to funding infrastructure bills to the tens of billions. I mean, they want to take. How much taxation are they proposing to come our way? And it is very disconcerting to me that this is a bipartisan bill. It's disconcerting, but unsurprising, right? And
here's the thing, Steve.
Go ahead.
I'm actually really torn on this because believe it or not, I'm actually a big infrastructure guy. Like, if I cared about anything in government, like infrastructure is like one of the main things I do care about.
I would lean that way. Yep. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, it's one of the most important things to our daily lives. Like, without roads, like, you know, they are. I mean, our highways and our bridges and all these things are like behind. I think we're behind a lot of other countries. And I understand, right, that we have to tax our way, especially now that we've printed all this money. We have to tax our way to getting these things back in order. I think that there's a better way to tax crypto, though. And I think there's a way to tax crypto that not only gets the economy moving, so it creates more spending, but it also collects taxes from the top people, you know, in the 1% of what people say. And I think the way to do that, the way to go about doing that is first make a 0% tax on spending crypto. Like, have it capped. Like, everyone in the world, or everybody in the United States, you get like a $20,000 a year, like non-taxed. You can spend that, right? So whether you choose to cash out or whether you choose to use it, it would encourage people to use their crypto. Like 15 to 20 grand, you get zero tax. That's what you get to spend every year, right? So it almost makes it like its own currency. And then all you do is you keep the tax rates the same for the middle earners, you know, people who are making, you know, anywhere from, you know, 40 to 150 or whatever it is, 200,000 per year off of their investments. And then you just bump up the tax rate on the high end, just, you know, 5% or whatever it may be. I don't think there's any, I think that's the way to solve this whole situation.
Yeah, I think that's a pretty fair proposal that you laid out there. I wouldn't have a problem with that at all. If there's anything you don't want to skimp on, it is infrastructure, in my opinion, as well. So I get that. I'm just very concerned about some of the language that I'm already seeing come out of this. In terms of what percentage are they trying to gouge the crypto market for funding this. I'm definitely not opposed to them using some of the incoming taxation on the crypto market to fund our infrastructure. I think that's an important and valid investment and use of it. But
and what do they consider infrastructure? I'm sure the bill is completely
loaded
out
with
of whack.
Loaded with pork to kingdom come. You know it is. And then so there's that firstly, and then secondly, it's just how much, right? How much are they trying to fund it with crypto? Some of the language that's used that we've been seeing out of some of the politicians talking for this and at the forefront of it, and even in the article I just read, it seems to think that they think they're going to be easily able to bilk the crypto market for, I mean, tens of billions of dollars, you know, and, you know, obviously that begs the question, what are the incoming taxation rates that are going to be proposed on us here? You know, we shouldn't be punished, in my opinion, for participating in digital currency like a cigarette tax or something like that. It's just kind of ridiculous, and especially since it's literally currency, So I got a sour taste in my mouth, even though I'm for an infrastructure bill. I'm just we'll see how it shapes up here, but so far I got very little faith in most of our elected leaders, and
I have almost no faith in the U.S. government at this point.
Yeah, particularly in their knowledge and how they perceive the cryptocurrency, with a few exceptions. Yeah. So we'll see how that shapes up. On a lighter note, today is National Boob Day. Did you know this? Nick?
I found out. I found out on Twitter, I guess.
Yeah, it was trending. Today is National Boob Day. B-O-O-B. Boob. August 2nd, 2021. Is it really Boob Day today? Yes. The 2nd of August is National Boob Day here in the United States of America, guys. As Twitter reminded us, as the hashtag National Boob Day was trending most of the day.
I saw 0 boobs on Twitter today. Actually, I saw a lot of people posting about it.
Yeah, there was. Well, there comes a point where you can step in the spicy side of Twitter, and that is where a lot of the workers in the adult industry reside, and you'll see a lot more than you even wanted to bargain for pretty quickly, because all that stuff's allowed explicitly on Twitter. So you can get a timeout for calling someone a naughty name or espousing the wrong political opinion one too many times, but showing people your butthole, that's perfectly fine.
Well, now I'm checking out. One of the first Twitter accounts I ever followed was probably my favorite adult film star, and yeah, she it turns out she's posting about the Boob Day. So
there you go. So you're just on the wrong side of Twitter, and myself, I'm perfectly fine staying on the side of the tracks that I am on Twitter. I actually, contrary to popular belief, I enjoy having my Twitter timeline being a fairly wholesome experience of cryptocurrency and opinion. So yeah, happy National Boob Day to each and every one of you. Next story here, we are going into. Let's just talk about Ethereum and what Ethereum's been doing, Nick. That seems to be kind of like the runaway dynamic major crypto of the week. And now that we see it really closely mirroring the trends and patterns of Bitcoin, it really speaks pretty optimistically of the immediate near, not so distant future of Ethereum. Right now, Ethereum is trading at a little bit over 2,500, guys. It's up a whopping 18% for the week, which is incredibly significant to be up 18% of the week on a coin that has a market cap of nearly 300 billion. That is a massive amount of money being surged into Ethereum in a short amount of time. Today, Ethereum's pretty much been trading sideways, but other than that, folks, I mean, we're still up 18%. And by the way, the little bit of downturn you're seeing in Ethereum is not just unique to what's going on with Ethereum, but we're seeing it throughout the whole market this evening. The whole market this evening is suffering a bit of a downturn, all the way from Bitcoin down to your most fringe BSE altcoins. They are all in a bit of a downturn tonight.
I'm looking at the dailies right now, and I'm not, like I said, I talked about this on a previous show that I was on. Not surprised at all. If we look at if you guys are in TradingView, which is what we all use to chart with, look at what Bitcoin did back in December going into January. When it first hit, it was 42,000.
Yes.
Everybody was all excited. Oh my God, Bitcoin hit 42K. Then it went down to 30K. And it went down again to like 29. And then it went down finally to 30 one more time. This was on January 27th. And then it had this like almost all of February. It just kept going up and up and up. It went all the way up to 58,000. And it came back down. And then it went up and up and up. And that's when it hit right in April, hit its all-time high. I'm seeing almost the exact same play. A little less volatility, actually, on Bitcoin overall right now, now that it's making a downward move. So I would expect there to be a little bit of a downtrend over the next, let's see, when did this downtrend play out? This was 21 days. So there was, from when it first hit 40K or 42K, it took 21 days to kind of get its act back together before it started heading up to the 50 level. I would expect there to be a little bit of a downtrend over the next 10 or 20 days. It might be a little bit less, maybe like 10 or 15, but over the next week or so, I think we're going to see a little bit of red, and then that in that time frame after that, that's when I'm going to start looking for like major signs of, okay, we're going to start really moving.
Yeah. That sounds about right to me. And I'd like to welcome It's All Risky to the show and to the chat. It's All Risky has become a regular viewer of the show, and big respect to It's All Risky. It's All Risky says Steven Steele the real and Nick Balls the swole equals the best in the game. You heard it here, folks. Heard it here first, folks. It's All Risky just said we are the best in the game. So thank you so much for that. Big appreciation to It's All Risky. And by the way, speaking of which, It's All Risky just had one of their new infamous newsletters just be released today. The title of that newsletter is Dogecoin is Freedom Money. So make sure you check that out. It's a great read. In it, It's All Risky covers the global pandemic conditions over the last year, and its effect on the market and what that means going forward, breaking the fiat matrix, and how cryptocurrencies are a way to opt out of our fiat money system.
If you guys, I can almost guarantee everyone in this chat is signed up for It's All Risky's newsletter. But if you're in the chat and you are not a member of Risky's newsletter, please do yourself a favor, because I think it's probably the best thing outside of people watching like our show or like any other
right outside of our show,
outside of this particular show, in particular. But it's great for the average person who might work. You're working, you're doing all this stuff, you don't have time to like catch up on like what happened last week or what happened over the past few days. Risky puts it all together in like a really nice looking package just to like get it all digestible, and you can see what happened in a very, well put together.
Yes.
I don't know what their background is, and like
I feel like there has to be a journalism background there somewhere.
Yeah. There's got to be something in journalism, because they're writing. They're immaculate writers.
Yeah, so. The way it's formatted. Yeah, and yours truly is in the latest It's All Risky newsletter as well, and as obviously in reference to the AMC Dogecoin movement, and even I see Risky even uses the hashtag Dogementum in there. So awesome, just awesome. So I'm not trying to I know this seems like a super blatant plug, but the only reason why I'm doing it is because I genuinely think It's All Risky has been one of the best voices in the Doge community, hands down, and the information is just very solid, very solid. Anyway, let's get back to the next story here. Just pulling up my notes. Just give me a moment. That little tangent kind of caught me off here. So
We're all flustered.
a little bit flustered. Oh yeah, next story here. So Miami Coin. Remember when we talked about Miami Coin, Nick?
Oh yeah, dude, this is great. I love Miami Coin.
Yeah,
not really, but kind of a little bit.
I just like the sound of it. As Jack Nicholson said, playing the Joker. I just like the sound of it. City of Miami launches its own cryptocurrency, Miami Coin. This story comes courtesy of a local affiliate down in Miami, just called Local 10. The Magic City is looking more like the next Silicon Valley with each passing month, and the City of Miami is embracing this shift in a big way. City of Miami will finally be debuting a cryptocurrency in like less than 2 weeks now to help raise additional funding for local projects. According to multiple reports, Miami's own form of the cryptocurrency payment, Miami Coin, one word, is slated to make its debut in less than 2 weeks.
Steven, do you think Miami Coins, everybody, we've got obviously Dogecoin, we have our beloved Shiba Inu. Do you think that Miami Coin's mascot is going to be like a plastic straw or maybe like a rolled up $100 bill? With like some googly eyes on it or something?
Honestly, to me, I think Miami Coin should be just a very voluptuous woman in a string bikini with like some gold jewelry on her, something very gaudy.
Okay. Yeah.
Gaudy and naughty.
They need a mascot. They need some sort of mascot.
I'm saying Miami Coin's got to be gaudy but naughty. It's called Miami Coin.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, so it's got to be something like that, and it should be something just unabashed gaudy as far as the mascot goes. Now, what remains to be seen is Miami Coin going to be something the greater public outside of Miami can invest in?
I would hope so. I mean, I don't know how you did not.
Dude, because I kind of want some Miami Coin. I kind of want a bag of Miami Coin.
I honestly, you know what? Like, you know me, I don't buy tokens or anything. But we'll see. We'll see what this is written on.
Yeah,
if it
I know.
actually is an actual coin and they come out with their own language for it, maybe. Well, for sure I would. But if it's like an ERC20, I don't know if I'd hop on board if it's a BSC. But if it's an ERC20, I might actually get on the Ether train just to pick some up.
You know what? Even if it's I'll tell you right now, even if it's a BSC, I'll just switch a little bit of my my shitcoin money around and put $50 at it, sure. Bang Stunt says Steven Steele, 2 Live Crew, Luther Campbell would be the perfect mascot. Oh man, like on a jet ski.
Yeah.
Welcome to Miami Coin. So yeah, that's going to happen in a little less than 2 weeks now. So that's pretty remarkable. So this will be the first time this experiment will be on display. So I'll think
definitely has a vibe.
It has a vibe. That's a good way of putting it. It has a vibe. Yeah. Next story here, courtesy of Bazinga. Bazinga. Yours truly just made Bazinga for the first time earlier this week. NFT game developer scammed out of 1 million of NFTs and Ethereum. Ouch. The founder of an NFT game called Hedgie has been swindled out of over 1 million worth of NFTs and Ethereum. What happened? The developer, who uses the pseudonym Stacey, revealed in a tweet on Saturday that he was scammed out of 16 CryptoPunk NFTs. Ouch.
Oh, I heard about this. I did. That's so sad. I feel so bad for that guy.
That's got to be worth way more than 1 million. 16 CryptoPunk NFTs.
Well,
honestly.
now that ETH is like pumping like crazy. Yeah.
Oh my gosh. He says the scammer posted a chance to win 10 hard to find NFT avatars on the CryptoPunks Discord server. The poster used the name CryptoPunksBot and indicated the offer was being made to celebrate the project's 4-year anniversary, Stacey attempted to win the NFTs and logged into a bogus website and entered his 12-word seed phrase. Oh, why would you do that?
Yeah, I read their
no
whole thing. I guess they were like up for a while and they were all out of it, probably mining Miami coin. And
if you know what I mean. I think that's going to be a figure of speech going forward. You know, we were we were up mining some Miami coin, if you know what I mean.
I'm sorry. I feel bad. I do feel bad for this person. But yeah, I mean, this is, it's so funny. I was talking to Billy today.
You're talking to Billy today? Are you there? You okay?
I'm dying. Yep. Wrong tube.
Okay.
I just choke on my own spit and die. All right.
I was like,
we're good.
Do I need to call 911? What's going on?
Yeah, I was Steven, help me. Oh God, I'm dying. Anywho.
All right, take it easy, buddy.
Billy, and we were discussing how, some of this stuff isn't easy. It's like it can crypto's not user friendly at all.
All right, Nick,
take it for me, Steven. Take it. I'm dying.
Okay, Nick's got to catch his bearings there. Get some water, Nick. Get some.
Yeah, I got some.
Get some almond milk or something.
That's what I choked on. It's water.
Okay. Just take it easy, buddy. So,
right, we're back. I'm back.
Okay.
I'm good.
Okay. Take it away.
Yeah. So, we were basically talking about how, like, it's so simple to make a mistake. You can just one click and it's like, oh no, what did I do?
Yeah.
And yeah, it sucks. It sucks when stuff like this happens, and it's unfortunate. And to the tune of $1 million is like,
yeah,
that's bad. I mean, that's a lot of ETH. And I hope that, whoever, I hope they find out who did this. I hope I hope they get caught. And that's what happened with that gas hack or whatever scam that happened in Georgia. Risky sleep deprivation. It's easy to make dumb mistakes. It's true, and that was the hallmark of this story. Was like this person was just sleep deprived. They looked at something. It's so funny when Doge first took off. I had been out of crypto for years, and I was watching a YouTube video, and it was like, send us, it was one of those like, send us 50,000 Doge, we'll send you 100,000. Send us $1 million, we'll send you 2 million.
Yeah.
And it was like I had been up for over a day trying to get my wallet to work.
Yes.
And I was just like chilling out watching YouTube videos, waiting for my wallet to update. And I watched one of those YouTube videos, and I was like, whoa, that's a cool idea. Wow. I could double up real quick.
Yeah.
And then I like snapped to my senses, and I was like, oh my God, this is a scam. I almost just sent somebody $1 million Dogecoin.
Oh, seriously?
Yeah, that was back in like whatever, February or March, whenever Doge first took off. And yeah, I mean, people think it's it's a stupid mistake, a silly mistake to make, but it does happen. And yeah, and that's exactly what this Stacey character describes how it happened to him. He was up for a while. There's a bit of sleep deprivation going on there, and something just took over where your critical thinking skills were caught off guard, and a few clicks and a seed phrase, and you're out at least $1 million. I mean, just terrible. But back to the market a bit here, Nick. There's been some observations and people a bit discontent over the fact that Dogecoin doesn't seem to be pumping as much as the other coins were today and last night, and as much as
Bitcoin and Ethereum have been lately. Right now, Doge is trading right exactly at 20 cents, down 2.3% for the day. But respectively, Bitcoin's down 3% for the day. ETH down about little more than a percentage point for the day. What do you say? What do you say to people that are frustrated that Dogecoin hasn't showed us as much action this last few days as perhaps many of the other top tens?
Well, we were talking about this a little bit earlier, but I would agree that I think the Dogecoin market compared to the rest of the crypto top 10 didn't get as big of a boost in this past mini bull run. And that's another thing. We did a show the other night that was basically like Doge is undervalued, which I agree, and I don't think that can last too much longer. I don't think that like somebody at some large institution, or I hope investors are going to step in and realize real soon that where Doge is compared to the rest of the market, it shouldn't be there. We're at least like 10 or 15% off of where everybody else is.
Right.
From this time. Now, we did make it up to 23 on that last run. I think we should be sitting around there right now. And with that being said, our dailies look similar to Bitcoin or to ETH. But I do think that we will benefit significantly after this little corrective period that I mentioned earlier that's happening with Bitcoin right now is over. I think this corrective period is going to last, like I said, between 10 and 20 days. And then we'll see what we saw back in December and January. We'll see Bitcoin start to rise up to those 50,000 levels. And by then, I believe that Dogecoin will be sitting around 30 cents, in the 30s. And there's a lot of evidence to support this too. There's a large squeeze that could take place in Doge, and that would be imminent. There has been more than one scenario that has played out in the past year that Dogecoin actually rose the rest of the crypto markets. Like that has happened more than one time now. So we sometimes raise the tide, and it happens occasionally when Bitcoin or ETH or any of the other top 10s aren't performing as well. So it's funny to say when Bitcoin maxis are always hating on Doge. Well, it's like we've bailed you out a couple of times now this year. So
right.
I could see that scenario playing out again in some weird way. Who knows? Tesla announcement? I don't know. I'm not gonna pretend like I have a crystal balls, but
right.
Maybe I do.
Yeah. We'll put there. People are still kind of. I think people are still kind of rattled by that NFT scam that we just covered.
Yeah, man, that's so unfortunate. Risky was like, could be worth like 10 million
easily.
In a little bit,
easily 12 NFTs by CryptoPunks. You better believe it, man. At least 10K. So. Let's see here. I think I just had one more I wanted to get to here, and that is comes courtesy of Fortune magazine. Bitcoin soared over the past month, but saw unprecedented volatility, and this kind of dovetails nicely into what we were just talking about. The good Bitcoin news: in July, the signature cryptocurrency rose more than 21%. Strong endorsements from such prestigious backers as Elon Musk, Jack Dorsey. Bad news en route to that gain. Bitcoin took the wildest of roller coaster rides. Its careering course shows once again that Bitcoin is likely the most volatile major asset class to ever be taken seriously. That's a bit harsh, don't you think? Skeptics might argue that the stumbling and assets are so extreme and put investors at such risk that it shouldn't be taken seriously. Bitcoin zigzags crazily on its way to a comeback. Over the last 22 business days of July, Bitcoin swung to a total of 40.7% from its low in July 20th to a high on the 31st of 41,600. By mid-morning on the 2nd, it had fallen 5.6%. On the 11th day or halftime, it was worth at least 5% more at its best level at worst. Its biggest leap from bottom to top was 17.7% on July 26. So my point is, the reason why I bring this article up is, what is our response to folks from the traditional finance hemispheres that are very skeptical of cryptocurrency over its wild price fluctuations and high volatility? What would you say right now, Nick, if you were in the room where this concern was raised with, let's say, a couple of financial advisor types?
Well, Stephen, people, the crypto OGs who've been here for years, that's what got us here, and that's what keeps people interested in trading. I mean, the percentage gains that crypto sees are unlike any other asset class. You're never going to make the kind of money that you can make in crypto in the stock market. It's just facts. At this point, it's just facts. Is it volatile? Yeah, it is. I think that more people should know this getting into crypto, that's just part of the game. You get to benefit when it shoots up 3,000%, but if you can't love me when I shoot up at 3,000%, you don't deserve me when I go down 100%.
Right. Right.
That's crypto. Love it or hate it, this is where we are. I personally believe as time goes on that will be less of an issue. I think that the swings will get less dramatic, specifically in the top 10. I think the top 10 will get more consistent over time. But that's where the opportunity lies. Opportunity lies in those big swings. And I love it. I love the fact that crypto is like that. And that, for the most, it's not unregulated, but it's, there's less regulation. It trades 24/7. I don't know why traditional stock traders who just make their, if you're just making your money, who the heck is trading stocks anymore? There's so much more opportunity in crypto, even during the bear cycles.
Right.
I would love, I often tell this story, during the period when Dogecoin first hit 9 cents and then went back down and basically traded between 5 and 7 cents for 3 months. I made $20,000 in that period of time. I've never made $20,000 in that short of amount of time in my life, ever. So even in the boring times, there's so much opportunity. I think people should start looking at crypto as a massive vehicle for opportunity that can make you, well, in my case, it can make you a multi-millionaire with very little risk potential. I mean, it cost me $10,000 to make multiple millions. Where else are you going to get that? Certainly
where
not
else?
The stock market.
Where else?
My accountant probably would have said, put your money into a safe Roth IRA, and where would I be now? 7 years later, I'd have $2,000 or something. What would I have to show for it? Certainly not multiple millions. So
yeah,
I think crypto is here to stay. I love it for its volatility. It's something you just got to embrace, and I don't think it's going away for at least for a little while. And while it's here, I'm gonna love every day.
Yeah, I like your perspective on it. I don't think, I share your sentiment. I don't think the higher volatility question on it is something we should run from, something you should be ashamed by. You could kind of just wear it as a badge of honor. Cryptocurrency market and investing in it isn't for everyone. It isn't for the faint of heart, but the potential upsides and rewards are just extraordinary, unlike anything you can reap in any other market that we have today. And so it's just a part of the game, and
it is all risky.
It is all risky.
Crypto is a solid risk. I love it.
Yes.
I think that's great. That's perfect.
Oh, I love it. It's all risky. Crypto is it's a solid risk. Very well stated. It's all risky. Is there anything else? Is there anything else that you wanted to cover tonight, Nick?
No, I know you're doing the after show.
Yep.
For those who are not already members, if you guys join, if you become a member, Steven's going to start doing like a nightly after hours show that will probably get a little more spicy. I'm not going to be on tonight because I do have to get up early again. I'm going out. I'll be gone tomorrow night as well. I'll be out in the country at my girlfriend's farmhouse, but I'll be back on Wednesday. But yeah, I'll start popping in for the after hours show every so often, and we'll talk about the spicy side of Twitter or the dark side of the internet or whatever it may be for the day.
Sure.
Stanley from The Office ripping people off.
Yes. Oh, this has been a real fun one, Nick, and this was good stuff, and we'll catch up with you tomorrow. Yeah.
Yeah, sounds like a plan.
All right, guys, thank you so much for joining us tonight. And don't forget, I will be within about 10 minutes after I close this stream out, I will be setting up shop for a members-only exclusive, a members-only bonus stream after this. If you're curious to how to become a member, you'd obviously just click the join. There's 3 different tier options there, or at the link pinned at the top of the chat, if that's something that be of interest to you. So those of you who are members, just sit tight. Make sure you have your notifications on so you know the moment that I go live with the extra bonus after set stream. Thank you so much, everyone. This was a real pleasure to be with you all. And until next time, this is your man, Real Deal, Steven Steele, signing out.